I do want to go into the background of this a little bit because you guys would be pretty
This is with
stoked.
the food, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit of background. Like we were taking lunch break at the conference, and we were talking or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, let's go upstairs and chill out because it's crowded down here. There's nowhere to sit or whatever." If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see the Palantir logo on that like little. Yeah, there you go. But so we're sitting down, we're chilling out. This is after all this shit went down. So like I'm gonna give you guys a little breakdown of what actually happened here, to the extent I can. So we're having lunch, and Telmo and Francisco are like, "Hey, not to freak you out, but someone's gonna come over. They're gonna talk to you for a minute." And like, so this gentleman comes over. He's freaking amazing, heavy hitter. I can't say who it is, but he sat down and we were having really cool conversations about education and the problems we're facing in our institutions. Some amazing work that's happening out there in the world. It was a wonderful conversation. And surfing, we were talking about surfing. We were talking a lot about I grew up surfing, so like we had something in common there. We were just like kind of talking about all this stuff. And then he's like, "Hey," he shouts over at this person. He's like, hey, come here. And Alex Karp walks up, right? And like I actually got to meet Alex Karp, and I was pretty fucking starstruck at the moment, and like got to shake his hand and talk to him a little bit. Hopefully there's more I can say at some point, but yeah, I got to meet.
So the guy calls over Karp in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
And he introduces you.
Yep. It was pretty unreal. Yeah, I was very starstruck. It was really cool. Hopefully there's more I can talk about.
Did you get to shake his hand?
Yes, 100%.
So you touched his hand.
I touched his hand.
I would be so nervous. I wouldn't even know what.
Did you start levitating?
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on.
I was starstruck. I was very.
So you met a star. You met a real star in.
Listen,
I did.
All of you guys can be like, "Oh yeah, Karp, I've had your back forever." I'm the asshole that tried to replace him. Remember that. So I'm the one that's like, "Okay, get the hit squad ready." That's the guy.
For his resignation, bro. If you touched his hand, it wouldn't be worth it. It would be, you'd melt, basically. You'd melt a snowflake. Wait, so hold on. So when your hands touch, what's going on in your brain, in your neural nets, in your neurons? You interpreting?
I just wanted to look in his eye, and like connect with him for a minute and like make sure I had his attention, If you deal with C-levels, they're very busy, they're dealing with stuff all the time. You want to look them in the eye and try and get their attention and have a moment, talk about something meaningful, not some bullshit like stock price,
Yeah,
and you didn't expect that to happen.
Like what to say.
Yeah.
You didn't expect him to call over Karp when he said,
Hell fucking no. Like that's just crazy. And so it was really, and on Chris's channel, I'll talk about some other people I met as well that you're all going to
I know who you spoke to. Teal, because there's only one person that would call out Karp and say, "Hey, come here."
No,
it wasn't Teal.
No. I can't say who it was.
That'd be pretty dope if it was Teal.
That'd be crazy if it was Teal.
Coach, by any chance, does he know like any of us? Like or do you think the Palantir people
I can't comment on any of that. So,
It was Amit called over Karp.
No, it was Amit. Yeah, it was.
Hey, Karp, we got to meet Coach. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I was been playing dumb this whole podcast. I was like, I was with them partying those times.
Maybe Amit's Doom Shallot.
I will say that he does engage. Like he looked me straight in the eye. We had a real conversation. Like he engages straight away. And it's really like when you have leadership that's that effective, you can see like, I can see why this company's where it's at. It's pretty amazing.
Real quick little story here. Karp emailed Cameron, who's a big Palantir bull on Twitter, a card. You remember that story, right? It was like a signed.
I do. I remember it. Yeah, he had emailed him, and he sent an email back.
Yeah, and that's what made Cameron a shareholder forever. He was like, if a C-suite CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company is the time to send that.
Yep.
It's interesting.
It's incredible. And tomorrow on Chris's channel, I'll talk about some more people I met. I met some more people in the C-suite, and we'll break it down. And but it is an incredible org, dude. There's something in the water over there. It's
unreal, man. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, neither do I. I can't put my finger on it, but they have this incredible culture, aura, whatever you call it. You know, it's unreal.
Yeah,
I got to see the
question?
offices too. I got to like walk around the offices a little bit.
I just want to ask that one
them.
last question because like every time I would talk to those guys, it's just like it feels like they know something we don't, but they're not cocky about it.
No,
Right?
they
They're
have
like,
a methodology. They have a
I don't. It's that.
they have
aura.
a philosophy. They have a methodology. This is, you know, like when you get founders together, like really good ones. A lot of the conversation is about like the philosophy of our company. You know, like how do we think about things, and like how do we teach people to also think this way? You know, and successful companies, they have this ability to inculcate that in their employees. They pick the best people to come in, and they have the ability to inspire. So like if you're a startup, right, and you're going to like actually try and recruit the best talent, you have to find a way to offer them less money, less opportunity, like less immediate fulfillment than this giant company they can go down and work for tomorrow, you know. And the only way you do that is with effective leadership, you know.
Yeah.
And give them a mission, a problem that is worth solving.
A philosophy worth caring about, Chris.
Well, and also problems worth solving. Like, do I want to solve dashboard problems, or do I want to be the company that is help securing the
Ukraine?
World? Well, it's the
Yeah.
world, really. The nuclear stockpile of the United States, helping win the war in Ukraine, like all these things, you know, like if I'm an engineer and I'm sitting there on the other side of that like conversation, like shit, yeah, sign me up for the thing that's actually making a difference in the world, you know. And so I think they at an early stage picked the right people to run that company, for sure.
I agree. I mean, you know, one thing which I always have a very strong belief is, see, what do you want? You want a dashboard that gives you summary and you make decision, or you want an AI that makes decision on behalf of you without you knowing it? I mean, what actually at the end of the day you want? Okay, some people are not comfortable as of today, but at least you can still do 80 to 90 or 95% of your decision more in automated way. And if this is happening in an automated way, why do you need a dashboard for that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this whole idea, like, see, dashboard came in digital transformation because the first question everybody asked that we need to make sense of data, and dashboard provided that kind of a high level insight into it. Okay, and that suddenly you see some insights and helps you in making some decisions, but you're not going to make decision at that level for all of your life. You want to go deeper level, and the moment you are going for deeper level, and this is where the ontology or AI, machine learning, and operationalizing like everything in a digital twin, it matters, because you can always go back and check if you like to see that why a certain decision was made, but you don't want to sit on every decision. I mean, you wanted it to be an automated one, and you want it to be something which just can be traced. Like one of the things which Matt said is that this product is so powerful that it scares people. But they think this is where the Palantir has to improve the messaging. Also, they are saying yes, it's a powerful product, but we watch, and you can watch who is using it and who is touching what part of this and what analysis was behind it before the decision was made. The trackability is huge in this part. So what do you want? You want a powerful product which nobody can see it, like a black box? Okay, or you really want what media calls a black box, which is not actually a black box, and you can actually go back and look things. So this whole idea like dashboards, and this is where like people sometimes talk me about the Power BI and Tableau, and I think the success they had. And then moving forward, that success is already plateauing in a lot of sense, because you don't want it. You want something to do it for you so that you free your time to do other things. And this is where I say, like, people say, is this Palantir is really built for future? I said, yes, it is built for future, because they are thinking, like you said, that we don't know what is 23, 24 look like. We are thinking about 27.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, like that was my original first video. If you go back and watch the first video I ever released on Palantir, it's about the way software is changing. It's like it's humans at the center. We're moving humans to the edges. We're going to surface signal data. We're going to take autonomous action. Businesses will operate at the speed of the data stream, right? And Palantir glimpsed that future too. Like I think they had a common vision of that future. It's just that they are bringing it about. You know, they have the platform. They have, and what's interesting is like they actually have the leadership to make that happen. You must have people that are balls to the wall crazy to actually be able to pull that off. And it has to do with this concept of organizational gravity, where if you want to do something truly innovative, truly like next generation, like no one's ever done it before, you have to be able to stare death in the face on like a daily basis and go in there and like, we're right and we're going to win. And very few organizations have the leadership capable of pulling that shit off. And like after FoundryCon, I'm like, I have no doubts in this company, this leadership, the ability for them to succeed, not because of who I met or who I spoke to, but to hear it from the fucking customers. You know, they figured something out that other people haven't. And that's not going to be replicated by Snowflake or Databricks or anybody else. And that's not to take anything away from those companies. They're amazing companies. They're amazing organizations. There's just something unique about Palantir, in my opinion.
Well, you could say like those are IT tools.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing from you and Sachin is this is operational value. This is a business.
You hear it from the customer.
Yeah.
Show me the person that saved $200 million with, you know, another
So-
platform. Yeah. It doesn't exist, you know, but also at the same time is helping us win the war in Ukraine, which is deeply personal for me, you know?
Yeah.
So,
All right. I think that's where we end it. That was
yes,
a great story, Coach Strap, to end it on. That was
epic. Hopefully there's more to come. You know.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you for sharing your
looking forward to
insights.
Conversation with Chris tomorrow.
And then Chris, tomorrow we're gonna dive into
Yeah, I'll be
Apollo.
watching
I'm gonna
that.
talk about additional people I met and conversations I had. So definitely check it out. And yeah,
Chris,
I'm
how
off.
much did you pay CodeStrap for the exclusive?
Dude, Chris
You
would
paid
never
him in
have to pay me
Snowflake
that.
shares.
I love this community. By the way, this community this community, dude, is incredible. Like when
Good
people
people.
say we're gonna be the next Tesla community, like yeah.
So now that Elon owns Twitter, are we going to have you on Twitter?
Shit, I'd go to war with Elon over there. If he wants to hire me to go over there, and I'll break out the sword and to go cut some shit down. I'm ready. But, no, honestly, if they get things cleaned up over there, I might actually get on the platform. That would be cool.
Some new blood, man.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be on a free speech platform where you can like not, you know, be subject to
You mean not
pitchforks and
censored?
torches. Yeah, well, just I think it's more like, I think the employees there are activists and that they have sort of set up a system whereby people they disagree with can be punished, you know. And Elon came in there and took a fucking battering ram to that shit. And I hope we see more of that. I hope we see more, you know, like people like David Sachs who are outspoken and willing to do something about it. And also people who have traditionally gone with the mob. Like maybe they wake up a little and they go, maybe this isn't something I want to support, you know. Not again, it's about aiming for peace. Like we don't want to divide the country into, you know, like let's aim for
I think
peace.
it's because it's so one-sided. Like if it
Of
was on both
course.
sides, like
What
if
happens
pitchforks
is
came
when you
on
have
the
that
other side-
dichotomy and like people get segregated into their own camps, you have balkanization. The only end result of that is war, you know. And like we don't aim for being right, you know. Like at the end of the day, people aim for who say I'm right, you're wrong, like that kind of black and white thinking, like has never led to anything good, you know. So like aim for peace. Hopefully that's what Elon's doing. You know, I think that's what Elon's
I agree.
doing.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
we gotta end it there.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you
Cheers,
guys.
guys.
Thank you guys for joining.
I'm off.
See you next week.
Good night.
Have a
Like,
good one, guys.
subscribe, hit the notification.
Yes.
Code Strap later. Bye.
Cheers.
bye, guys.
Later.